Hey Kids Church, Pastor Leaf here. It's hard to believe that summer is coming to an end, and for many of us, school has started this week. School starts on Wednesday. I don't know if you're watching this on Wednesday or Thursday or Friday or Saturday, but on the first day of school, what do you wear? Who do you hang out with? What are you hoping for? Are you hoping the most important thing, what teacher you get or teachers you get? Making new friends, not having any homework, making a good first impression. That first day of school is an important one. Did your mom or dad or did a grandparent or did someone take a picture of you and they keep that picture and they show you pictures from when you were your first day of first grade or your first day of second grade? Well, the first day is important. I remember I was switching schools. I had to go to a school that wasn't in my area, and I switched schools. And I remember that I got to the school on my first day there, but I didn't get there when school started. I got there late, and they walked me to my class, and they opened the door while class was happening, and everyone turned their head and looked at me. It was so embarrassing. I was so intimidated. I didn't want to be there. I wanted to run and hide because I didn't know anyone, and they're all looking at me. And then I had to introduce myself, and it was super embarrassing. But the most important thing to me was making new friends. So on that first day of school, there's obviously important things. And I was thinking about something Jesus said in his first message. Today's kids' church topic is all about firsts. And in Jesus' first message, it's called the Sermon on the Mount. He said in Matthew 6:33, but seek first God's kingdom, and then everything else will be added to you. Seek first God's kingdom, and everything else will be added to you. So there are things that we're supposed to do first. And I want to give you, on this first week of school, a faith test. Now, don't worry, it's not going to be hard, it's going to be helpful. I want to give you a faith test. What do you think is the first commandment in the Bible? What is the first commandment? The first commandment on God's top 10 list. Think about it. If you answered, love God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength, and have no other gods, you got it right. Great job. Now, what's something we could do first thing in the morning to start our day off right? Think about it. Well, you could have answered making our bed, cleaning our room. You could have answered having a good breakfast. You could have answered listening to your parents. But the first thing you could do is maybe pray. You know, David, King David, who defeated Goliath, in Psalm 5, he says, early in the morning I lift up my voice to you, God. Early in the morning I pray and you listen. Isn't that awesome? So there's a lot of first we could do. There's also showing God's love to others. That's something we can do all the time. Like we could love people first, we could forgive first, we could share first, we could be the example. You know, being first sometimes means being the example, and Christ wants us to be an example. There was a time where Jesus washed his disciples' feet after communion, after the Last Supper, and he says, I've given you an example of how you should treat one another. So there's a lot of firsts we could do, you know, and the most important thing is to love God first. And if we're not loving him first, he asks us to return to him, return to that first love. So as you get this first week of school out of the way, let's make sure that we're asking God to be our first place joy, our first place treasure, our first place focus. You know, make sure that you're praying. Ask God to help you when you're taking a test. Ask God to give you courage in choosing what is right. Ask God to show you who would be good friends to have this year at school. Ask God to be with you all school year. Make him first, and you're going to see some amazing things happen this year. God is number one. Have a great day, Kids Church.